We on? We're on. Okay. Welcome, Cancerians. So we're having a little bit of a glitch in the machine. I want to go back to the Aries Taurus video because I did a preliminary, like a general energies for what's happening, like all signs, and then went into Aries, Taurus, Gemini. So you might want to check out the beginning part of that. There are timestamps on it. There will be timestamps by the time it gets up, and you can check that out. It was really intense. It blew my mind, which is kind of difficult to do sometimes. Since I'm the one doing the readings, and I blew my own mind because Spirit was delivering these messages, and I'm like, what? It was like so intense. So you might want to go back and kind of check that out. So smudge the area a little bit here. All right, let's see what's happening for our Cancerians. First, we're going to do kind of what's happening, generally this week or whatever things are happening, right? Cancer. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. Sorry about that. Semi-city area, so sometimes you hear horns, sometimes you hear ambulances going by. It just is what it is. Anyway, it's happening with the Cancerian people out here for now, the next week. What's happening here? All right. So you are starting a new cycle. It does say you do have the Fool card here, which does say to be open to all possibilities, right? And generally, when the Fool card shows up, it's either somebody's birthday, which it's not really a birthday yet, right? But it could be an anniversary time period. It's generally talking about just being open to all possibilities around whatever it is that's going on right now. There are some major decisions that you have to make. You have the Judgment card here. Judgment can bring up a type of ascension, bigger, kind of like raising your vibrations. Some people want to call it like a glow up. I don't think it's just about a glow up. To me, the ascension is that you're raising your vibration, which is one of the things that you want to really, you might want to go back. I would really suggest it going back and listen to the most recent Aries Taurus video. There's some really interesting stuff in there. You don't have to listen to like Aries Taurus, just the beginning part of it. Okay, so we have Prudence, Queen of Wands, which really is about your energy really being kicked up a notch, is what it's telling me. You do have this like Seven of Pentacles here, which is it says failure, but it's really fear of failure. right? And when the Seven of Pentacles comes up, it's a card that's ruled by Saturn. So it tells me that there is going to be a need to change it, to change your structure, right? This card is ruled by Saturn, right? And it's interesting that it's showing up because uh, the Mars energy, right? Fire energy is here. And this card itself is ruled by Leo, right? But queens are just queens. They don't really identify as um, Aries, Sag, or Leo, although you can see the wand, right? Fire, but the cat is there, so that really would imply like Leo type energy, but it really could be any kind of like fire sign. But so we're gonna call it, in this particular case, we're gonna call it like more like Aries type energy because Mars is being conjunct with Saturn. So at least like in the present time anyway, that's what's trying to happen around here. So Mars is trying to tell you, sorry, Mars is trying to tell you go, 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 right? And Saturn is saying like stop, right? So it's this whole thing happening here about you want to go, you want to get your game on, you want to, it's just all fire all the time, right? Mars is an energy, it's a general, it's very action oriented, right? But Mars also wants to cut things away as well. So it can have you wanting to sort of end things, snip things, sever ties, this kind of thing, right? But the Mars energy is sitting there and it's telling you to stop, to think, like, what are you doing? Is it really worth it? All of that kind of thing. So the Two of Wands, Dominion, one person trying to rule over another person. In other decks, this is somebody that is having a very adventurous kind of a spirit, right? And there's, this guy's ruled by Mars, this guy's ruled by Mars. To the Tower card, which is a tearing down in order to rebuild. It's a major reorganization around your life, right? And it is going to create a change in your structure, right? Because there's this whole thing about like you want to go out and do an adventure, right? But you have the Ace of Swords here saying, well, we're going to have some new ideas. We're going to slow down a little bit, prudence, right? Things are trying to unfold, right, around your life. And you're sitting here, you're starting a new cycle, major decisions being made, but you have the Eight of Swords here, which says that there's going to be some sort of interference around here. You do have your goals, dreams, and aspirations, which is good, right? But Seven of Wands here, which is a card about conflict. The Magician, which means that you do have all the tools to get things done. The downside is about the Magician. The downside of the Magician can be about manipulation, right? So you just want to make sure that you're not being like played, that you're not, that you just want to make sure that everything is going smoothly, right? Because there is like conflict here. So you want to make sure you're not being taken advantage of, right? And a lot of that, because like I said, there is this interference over here. Goals, dreams, aspirations, starting a new cycle here, right? The things coming up here connected to Ace of Pentacles can be new physical things happening. Usually Ace of Pentacles is related to new jobs, right? And especially with the Ten of Pentacles here, there can definitely be a major like Ten of Pentacles is like wealth. It's about making your mark on the world, right? It's about there can be um, the Ten of Pentacles can be connected to like real estate. It can be connected to like banking. It can be connected to inheritances, like things like that, right? Whether you are putting money away or if you're looking for a major sort of increase in your wealth, right? The seven of cups is here. So this is a big Neptune type card. So this is a card that can be a lot about like daydreaming, things like that. And so it's kind of interesting because it's like you have this Mars card here, right? The Tower card, which is tearing down in order, rebuild. It's a big card about if things are kind of falling apart because they, they things are not really what they are meant to be, right? It's like because you built your structure, you built your tower on sand instead of solid ground, so things can fall apart, right? Especially things connected to relationship oriented things, right? Twos are connected to relationships, and it's like you're sitting here and you're wanting to have this like fantasy thing work out, and Saturn is saying like, hold up, what are you doing? Saturn is not letting you do anything unless it's going to serve you long term, right? So there can be, a fly in the ointment, there can be a wrench, in the machinery, whatever, right? You may have to reevaluate, right? We are in Mercury retrograde right now. Mercury retrograde is a time period about redoing, reevaluating, right? And so there's going to be a lot of that kind of stuff, right? The delays, procrastination, like things being on hold, right? But the Saturn thing is the Saturn Mars thing is really going to be a bigger thing for you that's going to really be the thing that's in the way, right? It's like you have these fantasies and you're really, really, really trying hard to get these things done. Like, I really want this thing. Like, I really want it. I really want it. I really want it. It's like, it's been my dream forever, right? It's been my dream. Like, why can't I have this thing, right? It's like finally into view, and it's like, and now there are these delays, right? Welcome to the retrograde, right? And it's not so much about how you can't have it, but the Saturn is here and the retrograde is here, and it's really making you stop and say, do I have all the paperwork in order? Do I have everything in order that needs to be in order for me to proceed, right? And it's something that's asking you, what Spirit is telling me is that it's really asking you, is this really in your best interest to do this now, right? Because it's like there's an escape hatch. It's like trying to pull the cord, but it's like if you pull the cord now, like, you know, are you going to end up hurting yourself, right? And so it's really about like getting you in order, getting you prepared, because your vibration is trying to be lifted up here, right? And it's really intense right now for you, and you know the spirit is really trying to help you to you know the greater good kind of a thing. And um I know that I, I know that can sound sort of like lame, okay, but that's what it is that I'm being told. So what we're talking about, right? Because you do have the Ace of Swords here. It is about new ideas as things are trying to unfold, right? It's like there are new ideas that are coming up around here that are being like, oh, well, now we have this going on, and how's that going to fit in with this? And do I have to readjust, right? It's like a big, it's like a big jigsaw puzzle where the puzzle pieces are trying to change on you, right? So now the puzzle has to be put together in a different way that you weren't really expecting it to be. Right? That's really what this looks like. So there's that. All right. Let's see what's happening for you. Gemini over, not Gemini, Cancer. What's happening for the Cancer people over the course of the next 3 months. I will also say this, right? That you do have the magician down here, which is related to Mercury, right? And the star card, when it comes up, it is about like goals, dreams, and aspirations, right? But I find that a lot of times, if you are a creative type, right, that the star card can come up connected to like writing, right? Most the star card is ruled by the sign of Aquarius, right? And most Aquarian people that I know are writers. I don't know why they just do that, right? So, there's all of that. So if you do have some sort of writing projects going on, right, um, you may have to kind of redo it because the judgment card is sitting there, which is, like checking for mistakes, things like that, right? It's a do-over, right? It's a second opportunity. So maybe there's something that has been like shoved in your drawer and you're going to try to give it a rewrite, right? Maybe that's like something that is going to work out for you where it can really make you some money. Plus, with 10 of Pentacles there, it could end up having like royalties. So, or with the two sitting there, right? It's like something that where it could be, a sequel, something along those lines. So, yeah, this definitely feels like there's some sort of a situation where there's trying to be an expansion happening. See, moving forward here, there's a loss, there's an ending, but you also have victory here, which is interesting. Temperance, which is a card about alchemy. You have the Two of Wands twice. Ace of Swords twice. The High Priestess. The Star card twice. Four of Pentacles. The World card. Recognition. Aces. Page of Swords. Eight of Cups. King of Cups. And the Judgment card twice. Okay, so when I see the Five of Cups come up, um, it is a card that talks about like loss and disappointment, right? So it does say that there can be some sort of an ending in order to be able to move forward because you do have victory here. You do have the Temperance card. So it is about being patient as you're trying to go out and search like new realms, right? But this is a card here that has to do with the letting go of one thing in order to move on to another, right? This dude here, he's like sitting at the top of his castle and going out and thinking about going out, exploring the world, exploring his realm, right? Doing something new, doing something different, right? And so there is that, right? So when I see the high priestess connected to the Five of Cups, that is a card that those two cards together usually tell me that there are people who have passed away who are trying to help you, right? Especially this is talking about helping you, they're bringing you new ideas or epiphanies that are happening here, right? And with the world card, there would probably be people that you know because the world card is a card about recognition. Um, People recognizing you for your talents, things like that, right? And your job really is to not have an attitude about things because it's like you're walking away here from something, but it's like you're walking away from things that no longer serve you, right? There is like communication here about like new ideas. Pages are related to communication, right? So it could very well be a type of like meditation that you're in the process of doing and receiving information from spirit, because I do think that spirit is trying to give us more information these days. Our job is to just, you know, be available to listen, right? Because with the judgment card here, you are being called to do something different, to do something more, right? And you do have the King of Cups here, right? This is a Cancerian reading, and that's water, and the King of Cups is water. He's the most psychic king that there is, right? And so, um, you're moving here from like Page of Swords, right? Having an attitude to moving forward into this place here about being a king. So, or queen, whatever it is, it's like it's definitely it's a type of ascension that's happening here, right? You have the judgment card here, right? So this is like the old life is inside the coffin, the new life is outside the coffin. This is Gabriel. It's like kind of calling you to do something different, right? And so if you are listening in the United States and you are some sort of writer, right? This card, Four of Pentacles, is a card that is connected to New York. And again, you have same as in the first spread, you have the star card and you have the Two of Wands, right? So it's like you may have to do you know, some sort of a do-over. You may have to let go of one idea and do something else. So let go of like one, if you're doing writing, you may have to let go of like one script and use a different one or something like that, or let go of like one publisher and go to another publisher, or whatever it is that you're doing, right? But it's like letting go of one thing and going on to a different thing. So there is that. But it is in your best interest because this is all about like you trying to be able to move forward here. So there is that. Um, And that's just if you're looking at things in terms of like writing, right? This star card is about like whatever your goals, dreams, and aspirations are about. It's telling you like, you're heading towards like your North Star. And there are 8 stars. It is symbolic of the strength card too. So it is about you having the strength to be able to accomplish that which you desire, your victory up here, right? And so over the course of the next 3 months, there can very well be some sort of like travel, right? You have two different cards here, three different cards over here that are talking about, and if we look, and if the Eight of Cups could be considered a travel type card, but so you have multiple cards here that can be indications about like travel, right? And but like I said, there could be some kind of glitches in the way, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that, we're here, the retrograde is happening, right? And so, there are things that are happening planetarily. They just making sure, is it the right thing for you? Making sure that you're staying in the right hotel or something, making sure that you're staying with the right people. You know what I mean? Like just making sure that your travel itinerary is like something that's really going to work for you, right? And because you may have to redo it. So it's really just like that. Things are trying to work out for you. That's the point of the whole thing, right? Is that you are moving forward here, but it's just one of the things that is happening, right, is that it's really important to understand this is that you're being asked to let go of losses. You're being asked to let go of things that do not work for you anymore. This is a total glow up for the entire planet, really. Um, Whatever is happening out there, right? Like I said, go back and listen to the the first video. Um, it'll be listed as probably like August 8th. I don't know what the published date is going to be, but it'll be around this time, around April 8th or so. So go back and listen to that video. It'll say like Aries Taurus. Listen to the beginning part of that. It's going to be really important information about what this is that I'm talking about. I'm not going to rehash the whole thing. But you are going through a big kind of like ascension here, and you're being asked to let go of people, letting go of losses, letting go of like fighting with people, right? Like let those people be, right? This is all about like you moving forward towards like your own goals, dreams, aspirations, and you really looking at um, ways where you can be happy, right, for you. So so you have these two cards here, right? The bottom of the deck. I'm not big on looking at the bottom of the deck and what that card is all about, right? People do it. So I'm just going to show you what it is, right? The next 3 months, this card here is about like school education. It talks about business opportunities being presented to you. It's a lot. I'm being told here that it is a lot about keeping your eyes on the prize. This card is a 68th card in the deck. It's a 5. And 6 and 8 is 14. 14 comes down to a 5. So it is a kind of change, right? Change around like money, finances, right? Like I said, pages are about communication. So people talking to you about like money and whatever that's going to be all about, right? Money ideas, money projects. Um, but they're going to, whatever it is, it's going to be some sort of a new thing that's happening for you, right? If you are going to school, this card would say that this card would say that the diploma is already in your hand, right? It's business opportunities being presented to you, right? Don't be afraid of making a mistake around things, right? But like we said, because this is a retrograde, dot your I's, cross your T's, right? You may want to wait until after the retrograde in order to be able to move forward, right? Because there is going to be new ideas coming in around you, things like that, right? You do have like the Prince of Swords, which in other decks it's the King of Swords. There's no king in this deck. Um, so this is somebody who's very creative. It would tell you that you're somebody who's being very creative, both physically as well as mentally creative. Whatever ideas is like new juice happening in here, right? And this card I use for, oh, it's not even on the screen. This is a page of this. This is a card that can bring up like legal things around you, right? All the creative energy with the green, the yellow, success, right? This is kind of like cutting through issues, letting go of different people that no longer work for you, right? This is you up here, and then there's these 3 little dudes down here, right, with the strings, right? Cutting away those strings. That's a lot of Mars energy, right? And underneath there is a kind of a celebration. So good. right? So we have all of that trying to happen. So what's happening here for considering people over the course of the next year? The sun, which is clarity, healing, male energy. The sun is male energy. The moon is female energy. But this is a big time period that is going to be about like healing, conscious activity. Um, should be a big time period that's related to like fun as well, right? So relationships trying to happen here. This is all about like clarity about relationships. Technically, the Two of Cups would be about like boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend type things, right? But it can be connected to like business relationships too, right? So it depends on what comes up around it, right? There's going to be, again, this is a card that's connected to Chiron, which is the wounded healer. So again, we are talking about healing around relationships. There's a big ending. Nines are about an ending. So, and when you see this card, right? So this guy is standing in front of all of these wands, right? So he's not going backwards, right? It's like there's a wall there, right? So he's standing in front. He's been through a ringer, right? He's not going backwards, right? So again, it's a lot about like closing doors in the past, not letting the people from the past come back in around you, right? Moving forward, this is very much a Cancerian card, Knight of Cups. This is a card that I use in terms of like relationships. It's a card that I usually use for new boyfriend kind of a thing, right? But it's moving forward in a very clear, positive, emotional state, right? Empress card about creativity, motherhood, um, motherhood kind of a thing. So, so there is that kind of energy that could be showing up around you as well. But again, we're talking about the retrograde here. Three of Swords is a card about sorrow. Usually, it's sort of a lack of communication, right? But we are having clarity through this like retrograde because we are revisiting, right? We're redoing, rethinking, renegotiating, whatever we're doing, right? Um, so there's that. This is a lot about taking problems to bed with you at night. It's asking you to get out of your comfort zone as well, right? Because you do have the Four of Wands here. A lot of people use this as a completion card, right? Because of this wreath up here. I use it as a change in home. So but again, we have like the Eight of Cups here, right? Which is a lot about walking away. It can be new money coming in around here, right? And types of gratitude, things like that. Again, there can be. This is a card like. Um, it's kind of interesting because, like I said, you could be getting royalties on things if you are looking into, writing or movie things, whatever it is that you're publishing, right? And I don't normally use that card for that, but that's what it's telling me. So um, this is like taking time out here. Again, a lot of healing taking place, right? In like High Priestess, there's a lot of stuff that is coming up here that would indicate more about meditation type things, right? Taking time out, reevaluating things, paying attention to spirit, trying to guide you in the right direction, right? Sleep disturbance because spirit is trying to bring you information, right? Trying to juggle things, money, finances, right? If you are looking to change home, right? Say, you might want to be doing that. This is your wish card. And again, the judgment. 3 times the judgment card. 3 times the 8 of Cups. So, and at least like twice the Empress. So you do have your wish card here. It is about making major decisions around your life. There can be changes around your home over the course of next year, especially if you're looking to make changes like to like different countries. It can be definitely be international travel, at least if you're not planning on moving, there can definitely be opportunities here for you to be traveling to different countries. Um, so there's that. There is a lot of potential here for healing around relationships from your past, but it is going to be having to let go of things in order to do the healing work, and also in order for because you're completing here, right? If I do look at this in terms of completion, right, you've completed a big cycle here around relationships, and there's a big healing that's taking place. So if you are looking for a relationship, right, then that is like sitting there, right? Don't be afraid of making a mistake, right? But it's going to be something new, right? Um, because you're raising your vibration here in a lot of ways. Um, so there's going to be a lot of stuff that happens like that. Um, let's see, considering people over the course of next year, consider people over the course of next year. If you're not moving or not planning on moving, there can definitely be a beautification in terms of your home, right? You do have the Empress card, and that is ruled by Venus, right? So there's definitely going to be a beautification going on around here somehow or another, whether you are changing home and like something better like that. But Spirit just showed me when I was asking, they said that there could be just like changes that are happening in and around your home. And this is something that's interesting, right? Is that your body is the home of your spirit, right? So you could definitely be going through some kind of um, physical makeover as well, right? You could definitely be going through like some sort of a healing kind of thing, taking better care of your health, like that kind of a thing, right? Like like beautifying the home of your spirit. So could definitely be like something going on like that as well. So, taking care of your yard or something like that, or anything along those lines. So that's what we're going to tell you about that. So good luck with all of that. Kids, people. Again, if you like what you heard, click like, subscribe, share, right? And on the bottom of this deck, we do have the Knight of Swords, right? A lot of information trying to come in around you. There's a big like rush. People are going to try to make you go fast. It doesn't mean you have to do it. Just because people are coming in at you like, hey, we need this, we need this, we need this, right? Make sure that you're taking your time and taking care of you, right? Especially legal things, especially around like job opportunities, business things, school education, things like that, right? There's going to be a lot of energy that's coming in here like this. So good luck with all of that.